Hey guys, welcome back to another video. The current mayor in Hypixel Skyblock is Mayor Diaz, and with her we have 4 incredibly important perks. So today we're going to be going over these perks and how it can progress you through the game and make a ton of money. So with that, let's begin. Alright, so the first perk is Shopping Spree, and it increases the daily NPC buy limit by 10x. Now this might sound pretty useless for most players. However, it actually plays an insanely important role in the early game. One of the best money making methods right after you unlock the bazaar is to buy some stuff from the NPC and sell it to the bazaar. For example, here I can buy some dandelions for 50 coins and sell them for 133, meaning I'm almost tripling my profits. Other items like packed ice, and sand can also be bought for the same exact reason. I can buy 6,400 items instead of the 640 that I would usually buy. So let me just buy an inventory of this. As you can see, I can still buy probably 1.5 inventory more, but I can sell this for 300,000 coins. And I only spend 112,000 coins buying the dandelion. Of course, all players can do this, however, it's only really useful in early game, when money can be pretty tough to get. With this perk, you can easily get hundreds of thousands of coins more every single day. The next perk is Stock Exchange, and this is the one that we really need to talk about. The stocks auction can be found over here. You can talk to Richard and he will open this menu, where you're able to place a bid in order to get some stock of stonks. Now this will depend on your placement, which will of course depend on how much other players in Skyblock are willing to spend. However, you can usually get the top 5,000 reward by spending around 3 to 4 million coins, meaning you'd be profiting around 4 to 5 million coins every single time. And considering that you did practically nothing to get the money, it is definitely worth it. In fact, in a recent stocks auction, I did get the 2 stocks of stonks, meaning I got top 5,000. I believe the bid I put was 3.8 million coins. And I can sell it for 7.1 million. And while it definitely is a lot of profit to sell the stocks of stonks by themselves, if you go over to Liz right here, you can buy some other items with it. Now the thing with these items is that they can only be bought when Diaz is mayor, meaning after Diaz their price goes up significantly. By my experience, the best are the freshly minted coins and the golden fragments. These guys can be a little bit hard to get since their stock only lasts for a little bit. However, the golden fragments usually go up a lot more, sometimes to around 40 to 80 million coins, and can be bought whenever. The other 2 items, as well as any other items exclusive to Diaz, might be profitable, however nowhere near the amount as the golden fragment. With this investment, depending on how much you spend to begin with, you could easily get around 500 million coins profit. The next perk is volume trading. This upgrades the chance auctions by doubling the quantity of items and adding 2 additional items that will only be available if Diaz is mayor. I don't really have much to say on this one. If you have the money to participate in these auctions, you may want to do that since a lot of these items are extremely useful. Also, by looking at the price tag, these items are most likely very late game or end game items, so choose your pick. You need to get into the top 20 to get the Artifact of Control, top 40 to get the Pandora's Box, and top 80 to get the Shen's Regalia. There is a chance that you can steal the Pandora's Box or Shen's Regalia for a low price. However, if you want the Artifact of Control, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money. And now the final perk is long-term investment. Now for this one, we're actually gonna go to the minister, which is Marina. Because as you see, long-term investment makes it so that the elected minister will appear as a candidate with all of their perks in the next election cycle. Meaning next year we're gonna have 4 perk Marina. And as you see, she is in fact running with all 4 of her perks. And we're gonna assume that she is gonna win since Cole does not have his mining fiesta perk and Finnegan is Finnegan. So let's look at her perks. Fishing XP buff, Luck of the Sea 2.0 and Double Trouble are pretty much self-explanatory. Fishing XP buff makes it so you get more fishing wisdom, meaning you can level up your fishing skill faster. Luck of the Sea 2.0 gives you 15 sea creature chance, meaning you'll get more sea creatures. And Double Trouble gives you a 0.1 double hook chance for every sea creature chance you have, meaning you have a higher chance to hook up multiple sea creatures. However, Marina's Fishing Festival perk is where things get really good. Fishing Festival starts a special fishing event for the first 3 days of every single month. This introduces a bunch of different sharks, which can give you some pretty cool items. However, we don't care about that. Actually, maybe we do, since it does make a good bit of money. However, be aware you do need a really good fishing setup. But what we really care about is the fact while people are fishing, they're gonna get a Garmu tongue, which is an item that drops from the Garmu sea creature mob. This means the price of the Garmu tongue drops by a lot, down to around 5 to 7,000 coins. At their peak, they can go up to around 10 to 15k coins, which is an insane increase. You can also invest in fishing gear, since many people might want to buy fishing setups before Marina. But anyways, that's all you need to know for the upcoming 2 mares. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful, please subscribe, as it helps me out a lot. Also, sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird, I did get a little bit sick, and I just got braces, so I basically sound like a toddler. Anyways, comment down any guides or video ideas that you want me to make, and I'll consider doing so. But anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.